Okay, in theory everything should be up. Unfortunately, Hypnotic is slightly delayed, so going to get started without him, or at least I'm going to redo Wallace any percent just quickly while we wait for him. Actually, while I'm doing this. Give me a second, just while I do one thing quick before. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so let's quickly just do Wallace any percent again because it is the comedically easy way of doing Wallace that no one knows. That, well, I say no one knows about. It's probably the most well-known outright cheese of a map. So first of all, just a reminder of the rules is we're basically going into the editor, we're disabling Soylent, and then we are just going in and seeing if we can beat the level. Thankfully, Wallace has a bit of an exploit, and this is 19. I believe this needs to be 17, if I remember that right. And then supply off, just... yeah. For anyone who's not aware, Wallace has a cheese in which you can pretty much just win by digging out the artifact and rift jumping. Okay, but that's not as interesting. We want to see if we can beat all of the missions with we're gonna see if we can beat all of the missions. Sorry, all of the objectives on Wallace. I was hoping to wait until Hypno. I was hoping to just drag this out until Hypno actually got here. Maybe I shouldn't have hit 4x, but such is. Okay. Well, let's at least get this all set up. And I guess in the meantime, we can theory craft what we're going to be doing here. So, I think the main question is, when do I build the factory? Because I think that the usual thing is I'm going to basically have my lab here where I can feed red on into the Wallace device as rapidly as possible. And that's going to be my main damage output. However, I also am going to need to... I'd like to get a terp to dig up one urn, so I can get an earned miner. I'd like to fill this area with miners. Actually, let's get those placed, because I know I'm going to use them, but not necessarily what order I'm going to be building them in. Probably going to put the lab like here, just so it can connect everything, so I don't need to build anything extra. It's literally just power and a factory, which I'm probably just going to place somewhere convenient like here. Okay, so then the main question is really build order. Is what order do I want to build all of these in? Because I'm pretty sure that Creeper kind of starts flooding in and around the 2.5 minute mark. I also need to be aware that skimmers start coming out at 3 minutes, and I'm sure everyone is aware of the absolute nightmare that usually causes people, the egg wave on Wallace. Okay, there's Hypno. Hey, Hypno.
Hello.
I was just doing theory crafting of Wallace after doing the any percent quickly. And then... okay, so Actually, I should probably have asked you if the stream is functioning properly, because I can't hear things. All I know is that the video is fine and like the quality is available.
Give me a moment.
Yeah. But yeah, so in the meantime, I basically just was doing some light theory crafting of what I wanted to do, and it basically kind of came out to here's a terp, here is 10 miners, here's a factory, what order do I build these in?
Yeah.
Right now I'm thinking miner, factory, terp. In that order. That's my current thinking, unless you've got anything else to add?
Nah, factory seems to be, I mean, so important. So, of course, get the early energy, and then factory seems also in my mind to be the best idea.
Yeah, I'm just worried that I might not, if I only build one miner, I'm not going to have enough time to get all the defenses I'm going to need up, because the Wallace device, while powerful, is not great at defending you. It's great at dealing enough damage that so long as you survive, you'll win. The problem is surviving.
True.
Okay, but let's just go one miner, factory, terp, and just see what happens. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disable supply on the terp. Okay, so let's just start going. And... okay. First miner done. Now we move on to the factory, and I actually have 2 generations, so I can build this at full speed now. I think I'm only going to get 1 urn out of the right side, probably. But I'm starting to wonder if it ever makes sense to build a terp as the first unit and then get 3 urns out. Because I think that might be possible. Because right now I'm only going to get 1 urn out, which is not great, but 1 earned miner is so powerful. Oh.
Yeah.
Deactivate the wrong one. Okay, start flying out. Maybe I'll get lucky with the Wallace device bounces. Okay. But what I need to do is I need a plan of exactly what I want. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a save here, because because with the Wallace device you never know when the wave is going to kind of push over the sides of the wall or crack the wall.
True.
So, you know, it's like, do I build a cannon now? Like, I think, okay, here comes the creeper, but I think it's never gonna threaten anything that I care about. Actually, you want you land there just to get stuff quicker. Okay. I can start building that. Oh, I forgot to actually... I think earn a miner is probably the thing that makes most sense, and this terp doesn't actually have enough energy to do anything, so please fly back. Okay, walls. Oh yeah, that wouldn't have made a difference. I can start building that. Okay, I think just power build stuff right now is the thing that makes the most sense. Okay, I've got 8 gen. What do I need? What do I need? I'm a bit paranoid about... I mean, even if Creeper pushes up onto here like it has right down here at the bottom, I don't care, because everything I care about is on this high ground. So,
I'm still thinking cannons just to have the possibility of pushing out to that side as well for more urns. Maybe just land the cannon for more urns in reality.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a cannon and I'm gonna drop it over here with the urns to uncover them, and I'm just gonna supply on just to get some ammo. That's good enough.
What's the wall doing?
I mean, it's not great, but I'll be honest, I don't care about the wall that much.
Yeah, I also saw a very good Wally shot doing some heavy damage to the front line of the creep, so it
Yeah,
might not even be.
I've been getting good luck with the Wallace devices. My plan is, well, I was hoping I was half gonna keep this a secret, but my plan was cannon drops here to take out the eggs. And I'm gonna basically have them launch at or basically land around the 5 minute mark, which I think means that I need to launch them around 4.5 minutes. So long as I'm building them by 4 minutes, I'm fine. So I don't. So that's what I'm thinking for the eggs. So long as I'm building them by 4 minutes, I'm happy. The
Nice,
skimmer
nice, nice.
factories are I guess the next most dangerous thing. I've got a minute 20, and it takes about 30 seconds to fully prepare 2 snipers for that. So my plan is just get all the energy up. Okay. Terp start flying out. Cannon get energy by flying over here. I'm thinking just finish up the miners. That's what I'm thinking makes the most sense. Yeah, cannon take that, so uncover that urn, and then I actually don't know what I'm necessarily going to be doing. Does it make sense to start doing cannons just to stop anything? Or I'm wondering cannons make sense just to push out for red on ore. Or if I should start
Yeah,
building up snipers. There's a lot of things I could do. Problem is I don't know what makes sense.
yeah. I'm still thinking cannons to push out and that kind of stuff. Especially if you're going to cannon drop on the eggs, then you can just use some of the cannons you've used for drop action.
Okay, yep. I'm thinking
Maybe.
just set up something like these 2 cannons here, just as a starting point.
Hey, grabs.
Nope, egg grabs. Oh yeah, my stream is having. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so Terp's landing. Cannon is uncovering that. Excellent. Cannon, please move over here. Okay, I'm about to have all the miners done now. Oh, this could be a slight problem. 2 cannons here. Oops. Well, I lost a cannon. That's not the end of the world. Uh, Urn portal? Does that make sense? Energy collection, or I think
Yeah.
for now I'm gonna go into the miner, and then cannon has enough energy to deal with this. Does the Terp? Yeah, Terp has enough energy to uncover it. Okay. So that'll get me 4 urns. I've also got a bunch of excess energy and 30 seconds before that comes. So I think 2 snipers is probably going to be the amount I'm going to want, but I'm pretty sure I can just build like 3 snipers and might as well just throw down a mortar because I have the energy. Okay. And a cannon here.
You could even build more as it is.
Yeah. Do I just start building up the because I'm going to need cannons, and I'm going to put a mortar there and a cannon here to defend the stuff from spores, because I am going to be using all my red on the Wallace device. Okay, that's a slight concern. Yeah, I'm going to want to push up here just to prevent this from washing out to the side. Building 3 snipers. Do I need anything else? Do I want another sniper on top of that? Okay, you two. Excellent job. Okay, I'm thinking energy collection fire range, just the standard ones. No, no, no. Mine production. More Walls devices. Or, I guess, more Walls device shots.
Yep. More ammunition. We need more. This is look good. We have the 3 minute mark.
Okay, things are going well.
Minus are
That's what a
up.
quick save is for. Okay, sniper move up. Sniper 2 move up. And do I want this one to just do... I'm gonna keep one back just in case, like, or I'm gonna move over to this side just in case, like, one of the skimmers just decides to do something weird.
Get the other 4 urns before the eggs get activated. You have cannons and Turbo already ready for it. You can just fly out, especially the one next to the urn portal. Just rebuild that one.
Yeah, well, actually, I was just gonna fly the... Well, I guess I do need to wait for the... I don't know, you fly over there and just see what happens. You are gonna be the new protector of that. Cannon. Cannon.
Don't forget to go a little bit more motor heavy when the way from the eggs.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can push out for this red on. I think that pushing out for that red on makes more sense than...
Wait, you can get the red on from the hillside right now because the creeper is low.
Oh yeah! No. Can I not do this in... Of course not. Okay, well, that's just annoying. Okay, and with this I'm going to start getting a ton of red on, which is going to be great help. I think my next priority is actually going to be see if I can get this wall. Why did I build the cannon there? Whatever. Cannon, move up and defend it. Cannon here. Cannon... I don't even know. I'm trying to think of where... Well, I've got a bunch of snipers.
Okay, depending on how worried you actually are, you could easily take the cannons you have now and push out to the left red on.
I have a better idea. I'm gonna pop some of the eggs now, so I don't pop them all at once.
Ooh.
Because I'm not using those cannons. Okay, this one's actually this level's turning out actually easier than I thought. You wanna know what I'm gonna do just for insurance? I'm gonna put a cannon back here. Do I need it? No.
Yeah, I guess again, once we have the miners and the urns available from the beginning, the level just kind of breaks easily if you were being efficient enough, especially with the wireless devices, since we know to get the factory like right off the bat, mine production. I mean, you're going towards it's like 2, they're using 2 per second, right? So you need to connect to the next new wireless.
Okay, so yeah, this is probably one of the last instances of something questionable could happen because this is when all of the things start launching. Okay, so that's... Okay, so spores here. Hold on, you move over. You go there just to kill that as quickly as possible. That's gonna be destroyed, that's gonna be destroyed. Okay, everything's good here. Okay, I'm now actually slowly building up red on, which means I'm going to connect to another Wallace device, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in position to connect to the... Oh, look. More urns. Fire range... And then...
Energy, maybe? Just one more energy, then you can definitely go fire range, build speed as well.
Okay, I've still got 2 urns, and I think probably the thing that makes the most sense are just cannons. Well... I was really worried about this level, but it looks like it just kind of fell over.
Yeah.
So let's just earn cannons, I guess. Oh wait, no, you land to deal with that immediately.
Okay, I'd also like to make a what's it called? I want to point out that build speed is a very nice thing just to have as well when we're going around nullifying and stuff. Just having that build speed can be fairly nice now that we don't necessarily need the damage. But I mean, if you want a cannon.
Okay, so I've killed most of the eggs, I think. I'm just gonna send out... I just want to pop as much of the remaining ones just so I get, like, nothing coming in towards me. Actually, you wanna know what? I could probably just deal with it with snipers, but having them detonate up north is a lot better than having them detonate in here. I've got 30 energy as well, so I could probably just crash through the level with a ton of things, so I'm gonna actually start building. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up to that Wallace device, so I'll have all 3 Wallace devices online, and I'm gonna push up to the left red on ore. I'm just gonna build some cannons around just for spore defense, and might as well just start creating connection lines. I guess.
What is so difficult though?
Yeah, I know, it's such a hard level. Okay, because I know the eggs are coming and I don't want to die to them. Though I assume I won't, I'm just going to keep some cannons. Thank you. Okay, so 3 eggs. That's all that remains. Where are they going? Come on, eggs. Oh, I forgot. The door takes like a minute to, or half a minute to come down. Okay, up. Mortar, move up. And, well, might as well just start the refinery.
Yeah.
Okay, mortars move up. Cannons move up. There's a bunch of creeper there. Actually, you come here and you come here as well, just because there are a bunch of waves coming out. Armed cannon, move up. Mortar, move there. So we just slowly push across the map in a completely disorganized way, because... Oh, damn it, almost kept this the nullifier alive. Yeah, one of the eggs detonated and just caused a wave, which just slows me down. Okay. Yeah, this...
Definitely out of the danger zone.
Yep. Just pushing up across the map.
Don't forget to connect to the left red on.
Oh yeah, because that's important. Oh, I forgot to actually pay attention. That's not gonna cause a problem. That's not gonna cause a problem. Yeah, I'm glad I just kind of littered cannons everywhere in my base.
Yep.
Oh, that was actually not protected by a cannon. It needed a mortar shot, which are slow. Okay, let's just kind of do that and just move this up here. And then let's just go. There's... Oh yeah, I want to actually start getting red on so I can use shields to push into the spores, because I know how annoying they are. High ground spores are actually one of the more probably one of the harder things of this level in terms of once you learn the level pretty well, because just eggs are such a pain in the ass.
They're also throwing 2 eggs at a time, apparently.
Are they? Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, actually never really noticed that.
Wallace device. Just... Oh, an egg popped, it just immediately destroys it. Okay. I need more red on. I can connect to you. Excellent. Now... I get a shield here, and that's going to be used to push up into this spore launcher. And I'm going to need the red on for that, so I'm going to hook up over to you. Hey, look, some blueite, which I don't even know what I'm going to do with. How much is that? That is 3 production, so 5 sprayers can sustain that. Wait, lost the tower.
Well, this is going excellent.
No.
Oh, the Bertha! Yeah, you should just use the Bertha just for the fun of it.
Just auto.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't be bothered to micro it.
Just have it going.
Oh. Spore.
You have so much energy and everything, you should just start building some... Oh, whoa. This looks like a bot. Bot in the chat as far as I can see. So I'm just gonna...
Yeah, probably. Thank you for keeping an eye on that. Okay, I'm gonna move the shield up to deal with the spore launcher, and then I'm gonna get a nullifier built in range. Ah, damn it. This is why you bring mortars, because mortars are really good against... mortars are really good in conjunction with shields.
No, it doesn't matter, but I'm just watching your energy. In my mind, I'm like, why are you not building like 10 cannons, some 10 motors you can just drop violently into the creep?
And mostly because that requires micro and I'm lazy.
I see. guess that's the same reason there's no pylon, though the lab hasn't been moved.
Exactly. Probably. And I'm also not hooked up to the other reason I'm not hooked up to the totems. Which, actually, to be fair, that's also because there's creeper there and it's keep causing me issues.
Yeah, still some eggs.
Okay.
Down.
Yep. Okay, so then just a bunch of mortars just to do damage.
We earned the birther. Instead of the cannon, that might actually be a good
I would
idea.
say why we do that, but earned berthas are actually one of the few things berthas are good at. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, take that cannon.
That's
take
what
the
I
cannon
forgot
and
to
earn
do.
the birther.
Oh, of course.
Move out the snipers.
Yeah, that thing, but whatever. Sniper, sniper, sniper. Sure. Okay. Activate that. Those mortars are doing work. You lot move up with the goal of basically just pushing her into the base here and then taking out these emitters. Once those emitters are done, then okay, so that nullifier should move soon. I'm about to get both reclaim and totems, which is great. Okay.
You're doing well.
You want to come up here, which will get them more range. Once that gets nullified, I'm going to move these mortars up. I think I should have waited until the eggs detonated, but such is the decision I made.
Well, due to your own laziness, you don't have an army of cannons you can just waste.
I know.
I don't know why, but I kind of like the idea of actually earning the birther instead of that cannon.
Probably this one's not getting much use. But what I could do is I could just take this cannon, put it up on the high ground, and earn that.
That's true. I mean, if we are talking laziness, then earning the birther means you don't have to move the other cannon ever.
Implying I'm gonna move the earned cannon.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like I'm any better. I mean, the thing that I'm best at sometimes when I'm playing and just having fun with a map is like getting my connections.
Yeah.
Just forget to build towers, move out all the cannons, all the motors, and then no energy left.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. My thing is I don't like earning berthas for when I'm being lazy for one very simple reason, because the correct way to earn berthas is to fully charge them and then let them unload with the urn and then switch the urn over to something more useful while it builds up enough energy for another full volley. It's like,
yeah,
I ain't gonna micro that.
Yeah, we're not speedrunning. We're just doing a challenge.
Exactly. Okay, so I've got emitter over here, anything else? Okay, let's just get some more cannons up here to push into that. Similarly over here, just get some cannons. Move up. So at this point I'm basically just popping the eggs, which are still kind of scattered around there, while pushing up. Mortars move up. Mortars move up. Oh, I'm in deficit. That's what was going on. I was like, wait, why does it take so long to actually kill things? I forgot that I keep forgetting I'm not building up power. I think it actually makes sense to take out... Where did I put my There's 6 urns accounted for. This can's 7. Where's the 8th urn? Ah, here. You go into here. I was wondering why it took so long to build things, and I'm like, oh, I forgot. I don't have unlimited power once I get to mid-game.
Yeah, we're doing well with the miners and the urns and stuff, but usually towers are quite a lot of energy as well.
Pretty much towers are. Yeah, towers are gonna just be the main energy generation source at pretty much all instances of the level. Like I think the only exceptions are the levels where Soylent is disabled, and even then.
I mean, there's a few very special cases of small maps or very brutal maps and that kind of stuff, right? But
oh yeah, sorry.
Most of the time,
I was thinking campaign. In the campaign, the only time you should have most of your energy not generated. Sorry, most of your energy generated from miners is when you open up with an earned miner, I guess would be.
Yeah, but then the map kind of transitioned into the towers being powerful as well.
Yeah, just at mid game you can build so many towers that it's just. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, there's stuff up here that I need to deal with.
You should brought a sniper with you.
Oh, that just fired, so I'm just gonna keep them down here, and then I'm hopefully just going to win before I need to do anything. Terraform. It's 11 and 17. Get that there, and that died because of course it did.
Thanks.
Okay, so then that lets me build this here. Second cannon, move up. That's dealt with. I have reclaim, I have totems. I have a nullifier building here, except I'm going to need a cannon there, and mortars, and another cannon. You know what, you come back just because. Oh, never mind. Go there, and push that back as best you can. Still gonna lose the nullifier. Oh! Didn't lose the nullifier. Excellent. Get that, which will let me get the collect objective if I didn't mess that up. This nullifier's building, this nullifier's building. That's the collect objective and the rift jump available. Now I just need to wait until I have the nullify objective.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, that is all objectives on Wallace. One level left, unless we are counting. One level left unless we're counting somewhere in space-time all objectives, which, well, actually, we'll get to the other level. We'll do Founders first.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to know what? I think I'll probably just explicitly mention it, just for anyone who's paying attention. For Ever After is just completely impossible. You cannot do the required objectives because one of the objective is life. And the problem with life is, well, the trees require Soylent on their tile to regrow. And you need to regrow like 95% of the trees. So yeah, I was sorry. I was playing with the idea of creating a script which would let me have Soylent but make Soylent generate no energy, but that's a bit of a complicated and error-prone script for technical reasons. Basically, you can't modify the energy you get from Soylent. You can only kind of figure out how much energy you have and negate it. So, but the short answer is I never bothered to actually do that, and I mostly am just going on the conclusion that Ever After is impossible without, Ever After is known to be impossible without Soylent. There's no even need to do testing on this, and it's a required objective, so I can't even do any percent. And the other reason I didn't actually bother to fully code it up anyway, is because Ever After is the credits mission. Like, if I can't do the credits mission, I'm not too worried. I'm not going to count that against not being able... I'm not going to count that as being unable to do the story. But, speaking of story, let's see. We have done all objectives on every single level at this point, with the exception of Somewhere in Space-Time, where we have done the collect and totem objectives in a single run, so campaign up to Founders is possible. All objectives is only missing one mission at this point, but we've still got one more mission to go, and that is Founders. And this is going to be an interesting one. Again, I think it's going to be one where once it begins to fall, it will fall. But the question is, because there's a bunch of different things. The main one is that right in around 4.5 minutes, I'm pretty sure it's this skimmer factory hits, this blob nest hits, this spore launcher, this air sac cauldron, all of the spores, blobs, skimmers, and the air sac all hit at 4.5 minutes. I think the main task is going to be survive that. Now,
before we get too much going, Grabs made a interesting suggestion of just removing the life objective from the story or the credits mission.
Yeah, that kind of felt like it was going against the spirit of the challenge. Basically, the spirit of the challenge was touch nothing except tower energy.
Yeah.
That was kind of the spirit of the challenge, so I would sooner remove Soylent. I could do test, like, I would sooner play through the mission and just, like, if I can't beat life, I'll just say, well, I could code Soylent to exist and do that. Honestly, yeah, I don't think it's that hard of a script. It's just very error prone, and there's not much I can do about it because, again, you can't detect energy generation from Soylent. You can only kind of infer how much someone probably has, and then do calculations on that. You can basically just give the player negative energy generation equal to what their Soylent generation probably is.
Yeah, I'm still more just on the team of just pretending it's not there.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could probably do it afterwards just to see what happens. Okay, so let's take a look at this level. We're here now. We'll worry about.
Yeah.
Ever after later. Okay. So my plan is to start here, where I have actually maybe here. Because what I'm thinking is it's very much going to be similar to Wallace in that my idea is going to be to get to go factory early, not for the red on this time, but so I can activate this breeder terrain. Yes, yeah, Grabs. We were thinking the exact same thing. That's exactly how I wanted the script to go. But then you also need to account for things like the Urn Portal and I don't think that mission has any solar panels, so I can kind of ignore that one, but yeah. And the problem is I'm not confident that there isn't something I'm forgetting. But that's a whole other discussion. So I think that my plan is generally just going to, back to this level. So the thing I don't know is what order I want to do everything in. Because again, I am going to want the terp to get all of these urns. I want a factory. I want a sprayer to go activate this breeder terrain. And the question is what time limit I want to... The question is what time, because the breeder is activated in 30-second cycles, so I want to either hit it at 0, I can't hit it at 0 seconds, I can't hit it at 30 seconds, I could rush it and maybe hit it at a minute. But I think I'm going to either aim for 90 seconds or 2 minutes. At 2.5 minutes, that's when the creeper starts to push into this. So I could activate it at 2.5 minutes, but that would let the stash activate, which kind of gives a whole other series. Like, that means that in theory, the creeper could overrun the anti-creeper here, which I don't want. So I'm going to want to activate this for 2 minutes. So that kind of leaves the same question as with Wallace of what build order am I going to go with?
I'm thinking miner into factory sprayer and into turb.
I was thinking 2 miners first, but yeah.
I guess you could do 2 miners, but what are you gonna use these? I mean, it only takes 20 seconds to build that miner, the second miner.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Well.
Yeah, it might be a better idea to ramp the.
Yeah, because again, the 4.5 minutes is the kind of one I'm worried about, and at that point, I want all the miners. That's also when the land starts hit. That's also, oh sorry, that's what I was forgetting. The land creep. That's when that's also starts hitting. So I need full defenses at the front. I need sniper coverage, and I need missiles all built up with red on loaded by 4.5 minutes.
I'm not so concerned by getting all the miners because you have quite a lot of good miners, and if you just go for all the urns and earn all the miners, you should have enough energy for everything.
Okay. But either way, so we know. So the first thing I'm building is a miner, almost certainly.
Yeah, two miners sounds like a good idea actually.
Yeah. So let's start with 1. And I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a save right when this is finishing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, save. So this is the start of No Tower Energy. Okay, so I think second miner. So yeah, second miner is the plan. And then actually, I'm gonna place down the factory. I'm probably gonna place it here? Question mark. And I'm gonna want a tower here at some point, just to connect everything.
Yeah.
And the other one I'm gonna want is a sprayer, and I'm gonna probably build that just as close to the breeder terrain as I can. So once this is done, I think I'm just gonna enable both the yeah, I'm just gonna enable both of these, and because of build priority, I think the factory gets built at a higher priority than the sprayer.
Yeah, you might want to stop the factory a bit.
No, I want it to be done earlier because it's going to be building up resources. The main thing with the sprayer is that because it needs to grab a piece of blue white and then it needs to send it out. Okay, so then let's turn supply off for this so it doesn't waste any more. And I'm going to rush this over and hope that it makes it there in time for the 130 wave. Yeah. If it doesn't, I'm going to reload. Okay, so Terp is the next priority. And with this, I can start building up these. And actually, what I'm probably going to want to do is I'm probably going to want a tower line up to here. The question is, do I want to build that now or do I want to wait? And I think that the correct answer is wait.
I'm just quickly going to say hello to Tricky in the chat.
Yep. Hey, Tricky. Yeah, it's not a no tower challenge simply because there are certain parts of the... Okay, I didn't make it even close to the 130. This is going to be activated at the 2-minute mark. Should I have waited and then I would have gotten more anti-creeper? Maybe. Either way, I'm about to get the Terp up, and then I'm going to need that with actually a bunch of power to get all these, so I'm going to... Okay, so you two get earned immediately. You're the next, and I'm basically just going to start churning these out. You know what? I'm going to start building the tower line. Okay. Terp, now start heading up over there. Sprayer is doing that. Okay, you wanna know what? Sprayer, come back here, and basically you're just gonna start filling up this area with anti-creeper as quickly as possible. I'm just gonna let that survive on its own. Um,
Did you? It's like it's no tower challenge. It's no silent challenge.
yeah, it's a no silent challenge. So towers are allowed simply because the campaign is actually impossible without towers. There are a few maps which you just cannot do without towers. Notably, the tutorial requires you to build a tower to progress. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? There's oh yeah, some like Farsight, you need towers. In
Yeah, you can't move the
theory,
lab.
yeah, in theory, there's a few other levels which you. I mean, I'm wondering what levels would be impossible. That could be another thing we could do. That could be that could be a whole other challenge. But that's again pushing into. Is there a better setup than? Oh, no, I'm just gonna do this because it's. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that as my setup for the miners. And the other thing is that I would love to get. I would love to get the Liftic just so I can activate the totems, which means that the eggs won't come for them, which is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Oh, did I accidentally delete the refinery? I meant to keep that and kill the towers for better positioning. Oh. Okay. So the Terp's heading out. Oh, I have not been paying attention to my energy. You three build.
You build all the miners.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the problem. Okay, so once that tower's done, it will start sending out energy.
You're wasting energy. No.
Won't be
How
for
dare
long.
you?
Okay. So yeah, now I'm spending all of my energy. Okay, so I think probably build these 8. And then what I'm actually going to want to do is I'm going to want to start getting snipers and missile coverage. The problem is I kind of want those along the front, which kind of implies having tower connections along the front. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly that, except I don't want tower connections along here, because that's where the
Reap is connecting to your piece of land.
yeah, so I'm gonna do something like that, and I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna be short on power for a bit, but that's okay. Oh, that's what I should have done. Earn portal, energy collection. That's the big priority right now.
Always energy.
And then I've got 2 more urns, and I'm just gonna shove them into miners. And
Yep.
then the last 3, one's gonna go in a sniper, one's gonna go in a missile launcher. Okay, so I'm
Fire
gonna.
range?
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so 2 snipers there. Actually, that's probably overkill.
That's okay.
Okay, let's get all of the full powered miners.
Yeah.
Okay, I have energy, so therefore missile, 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 missile. Actually, you wanna know what? I'm going to drop this urn. I'm going to get it into the urn portal fire range ASAP because I need that to be built up. So that means that by the time that the wave comes at 4.5 minutes, basically everything. Okay, first things first. This air sac is heading out. It's looking straight at my urn portal pretty much. Okay. So I think I'm gonna want cannon, cannon, mortar, mortar just in case, mortar for the range, cannon,
How's your minor patch looking? Yeah, it's almost done.
Yeah, and once it's done. Okay, so the important one is I'm going to want this missile launch. Okay, so the first priority is going to be this sniper. This is the one that I want more so than all the others. Then I'm going to want...
You have plenty of energy, you can build more. Regular defense, perhaps. Just motors and cannons.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, cannon, 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 cannon. And then just in between put mortars. And call this just the initial defense. This is basically just to keep me alive while I figure out exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I've got 1.5. Okay, I don't need to worry about energy gen right now. I've got one more urn, and for now, I guess just go in here. Just go somewhere productive. Okay, how many missiles do I have? 7. One will deal with this, I hope. You wanna know what? This is actually going to be important. This line.
Yeah.
I think it probably makes sense to do that just in case. And then I could actually use just a few more snipers, especially here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to build up, like, here's 3 snipers down here because I know the air sac's coming. Oh, did I misgauge it? It's coming kind of more towards the hill. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Thing is that if I have enough snipers, I don't need to worry about the air sac. The real problem is if I, like, even with the what is it? The missile coverage. The thing is, it will still shoot off its lines, which is a problem. Okay, so I think that probably now makes probably a good time. No tower energy. 343 just for timing. So I know what time that's at. Okay, I've got some energy. Should I finish up the miners while I have the opportunity? This is actually probably a stupid idea. I probably shouldn't. I probably should instead focus on... So the main thing is I want to keep the miners alive. So I'm just going to keep a set of defenses around them just in case. Along with an extra sniper back here. And might as well just... Okay. So I'm starting to get Liftic. I don't think I won't get it in time for the first wave of eggs. I'm just going to hope that the first wave of eggs... Okay, so let's see. I'm only at around 30%, but it has some time to build up. So what I think I'm going to actually do is... Okay, I'm going to do that with the idea of I'm going to be building a platform here. Actually, no, I'm going to build it a little bit further back. Except I'm going to disable that because I want the Liftic to go to the totems ASAP. This is why I wanted the snipers up. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this sniper up here right now because the eggs are going to go to the... Okay, I'm lucky. This one I don't need. Although this is a slight problem. I don't think I have enough missile defenses at the north. So the main thing that I was forgetting about is that ARG from the factory gets to the southern missiles a lot quicker. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Cannon move up. Cannon move up. Cannon move down. Rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. Mortar. I forgot. I didn't think that the missile launcher would take it out that soon. But basically, this earned missile can deal with like all of these spores, no problem. Because it's very close to the factory, which means that it will get its ammo back very quickly. Okay.
And shoot all the spores.
Okay. So.
Oh, I just remembered you figured out how much damage a missile could do. You could make it hit.
Yep. Yep, if you intentionally make a missile miss a spore and let it will fall to the ground, in which case it'll do as much damage as a bomb from a bomber. Here's the thing. This actually makes missiles a good damage unit. In fact, I think it actually has DPS above that of... What was it? It has like DPS comparable to a Bertha. If you can trick the missile to shooting Creeper, it does more damage to Creeper per second than a mortar. And mortars are known for their high DPS. Okay, so this is why I want to activate the breeder terrain down here. Basically, it's going to push up here, and the entire idea of this level is to abuse Creeper cap. So once the Creeper fills up over here, and over basically anywhere that's not connected to here, I can push into here very easily, or more likely push down from here. The alternate solution is what I'm wondering if it makes more sense to instead abuse the Creeper cutoff everywhere else, let this defend itself, and try and push into the bottom left. Because if I can push into the bottom left, get this info cache, I will get access to the Titan weapons, in which case I kind of just win. Okay, so the land creep is starting to make contact. Okay. Always on. Actually, you wanna know what? Yeah, that probably actually makes sense. I'm gonna build 4 sprayers up here, put them on always on, and what I'm actually going to do, I'm not sure if this is a... No, it's a stupid idea. Never mind. I was thinking about earning mine efficiency.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it makes sense.
I mean, I think you should definitely earn mine efficiency and then take all the miners and turn them to blue-eyed.
Exactly. You joke. That would probably actually work at this point. Okay, I've got so the thing is that from playing this level I know that this front gets absolutely hammered, and the more you push out in other directions, the harder it gets hammered. So I'm actually gonna do... Okay, so I just want some more snipers, kind of just everywhere, and then cannon coverage in the back, just to deal with problems.
I feel like when I played this map, I used shield to just hold the front back.
Yeah, that was actually the other reason I kind of wanted the earn mine efficiency, because then I could do that. But I think the bigger priority is getting access to these red-on ores.
Mm-hmm.
Which will give me... Well... Yeah, because right now I've only got access to 2. It'll double my... ARG income. And I think that at that point I could push it, like, once with that, then maybe earning... You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually earn mine production. Makes sense.
Then you should also get a airfield and place a few AC bombs.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get 3 snipers and 3 missiles. I was actually planning to get an airfield. Do you know for what though? What do you think I would use it for? Because I'm not sure.
Put it like that. Maybe get the what is it called?
Cut this.
Oh, I was thinking about the objective. Collect objectives.
Oh yeah, that would work as well. But yeah, if I cut
no,
this...
you need the lab. You need the lab for that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I built up more missiles, so at this point I think I'm good. I'm just gonna get some more defenses here.
It might not be a bad idea cutting the mesh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I've got 2.7 and climbing. I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to put a shield here because of the crims. Actually, you wanna know what? I'm just gonna make this full shield wall.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a dense shield wall, but it's going to be a shield wall. It'll also help because the skimmers are coming in and they're
stunning your stuff.
I know.
Don't you just love skimmers?
Yep, okay, so...
Moving on.
Okay, so the plan was basically take all these and just load them all up right here. So if I remember right, I could actually connect to this totem from right here and activate it.
Sneaky.
So what I'm also going to do is cannon.
Get one sprayer on that platform for me, please. Just do it.
How about I take these two because I'm going to be using shields as my front as opposed to AC, and AC and shields don't play nice unless you put the AC in front.
Well, I usually have the AC in the back for just like random spore defense or airsag, I guess.
Yep. Okay, so I feel like pushing into this. I just feel like Titan weapons are going to be the answer.
Of course.
Mostly because if you get Titans up, you kind of win. Like, regardless of what you're doing. So I think I'm just going to set up that immediately. And the idea of M-Rift. Even though they're connected by pylons, always helps. Do I really want to do that while my ARG production is low and my ARG count is low? Because it's only going to go up to 4 even when mine production's done. Which is not exactly high. And I've got these shields, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to disable this one. So it'll take a while to get the production up. But I've actually got a ton of energy, which is... Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Like, I'm not planning to get a full airstrip, but
get a few AC bombs.
Well, my plan is to bombard these. I don't have the anti. Actually, I guess I do now with this. So, you know what? I'm gonna take my. I'm gonna do what I was saying earlier about AC only makes sense if you put it in front of the shields. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you to always on. I'll push it into the Crimson, help deal with it. You disarm. Okay, things are going well. That means
there's only one thing that's not going well. You're still not building an AC bomber.
Exactly.
I'm very disappointed. You even got more spaces than that bomber airfield. You can easily squeeze in one.
Good.
At this point, it's just like, no. Nah, you'll never get it. Damn it.
Okay, so good news is I've got enough snipers to kind of do nonsense here. Okay, so cannons along this front. You lot go into here, and basically I just want to push into here. I'm going to use the bombers. Okay. You know what? This is where I just need a stupid amount of snipers. Yeah, bombers are really expensive.
Yep.
But they are quite powerful. Well, I say they're quite powerful. They're capable of doing things.
What you're trying to say is they might not have the best DPS, but they have the utility of being
they have amongst the highest DPS. They're actually one of the few things that can beat out mortars. The problem with bombers is they need to reload.
Wait, what? A bomber can out DPS a motor?
Yes.
Ooh,
mostly because it can accept energy twice as fast, which means it can reload twice as fast. In theory, while a bomber is bombing, it actually has it has DPS more comparable. Like, I think it's Oh no, we actually wrote I mean, you could go look up on the wiki of what the DPS is. It's actually stupidly high because when a bomber is bombing, it just like bomb, 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 bomb very
Yeah.
quickly. But, you know, it needs to go back and reload, so it's kind of hard to quantify its DPS. Less so than it's actually more damaging than a mortar, and more so that it's just hard to quantify its DPS, and if you kind of go by the same metric as the other ones, you kind of just don't get something which is representative of what it actually is capable of doing.
Let's see.
Does it make sense to do something with the bombers other than bomb this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and split them up. Basically, I just want to relieve pressure on this as much as possible. Because this is what I'm not even that worried about it now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'd say you're doing fine.
I'm just going to bomb this part of the mesh and just see if I can cut it.
I'm slightly surprised about the bombers. I guess I'm just so used to using motors because they're cheaper, easier, quicker to build. So when you're trying to go fast, it seems like it's the better choice.
They pretty much always are. This is what that's kind of what I was saying about mortars are. Like, it's hard to compare them. Like, if you just take the literal definitions that we have for DPS and like the exact things of just like, yeah, because it can fire bombs off like stupidly fast. It can fire those bombs off with comparable speed to a cannon, but it can never. Then it has to go back and reload. Yeah. And even then, it does less damage per energy than the mortar.
Ah.
So the thing is that. Yeah, and that's kind of the more important one because, I mean, if it can take in twice as much ammo as the mortar, but does 50% more DPS, you could get more DPS out of just building 2 mortars, and it would also be cheaper to build 2 mortars. The main thing with bombers is that they can go anywhere. They can shoot wherever, which makes them very convenient weapons.
Yes. Yeah, it seems like I got the energy efficiency mixed together with the actual DPS.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is probably... I'm trying to think of a way I want to say what I'm thinking. It probably is the better way to think about it anyway, because because again, you can just build 5 units and do more. And so if something does 4 times the damage but takes 5 times the energy, you can just build 5 times the first thing and out DPS it.
I wonder if you should use the bombers to assault the info crate, so you can just get the Titan quicker.
That's what I'm doing. I think yeah, the pressure on this is fine. Like, you can tell by the crimson flow that this is just crippled. Okay, I've got a ton of you know what? Another pair of snipers, and then just bunch of mortars. Just if anything gets through, mortar is there. Mortars have good range, and they will keep me safe from all of the nonsense. So these are coming over here. You know what? Just all of you just bombard this area. Just get this emitter offline. Once I can push in and take that out, it'll cut the mesh indefinitely. And we'll also completely free. Okay, that's what I was forgetting to do. Let's just build 2 beacons because I've got a ton of lifting right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you gotten rockets yet, or?
That's part of the info cache. That's one of the Titans that you get unlocked.
Oh wait, you get both of them?
Yes. Actually, you wanna know what?
so
while
long.
I'm here and while I have this stuff effectively while I remember, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up platforms. Oh. I'm gonna build up platforms to reload my, the,
Yeah, ship.
there, thank you. I think...
That sounds like a good plan.
Because let's be real, the airship is, like, of all the things, I think, actually, now that I think about it, I never actually went into this and checked, but I think the highest DPS unit in the game might be a rocket. Because, in theory, what is it?
The rain?
Yeah, rain does 400,000 damage. I guess you could kind of say, in theory, convert does more, because if it hits 2147 creeper, it can do even more, so I guess that you would almost want to quantify it on that, but rain, you can actually reasonably hit its damage cap, whereas convert, you pretty much can't.
Yeah, I mean, if you could calculate both all the creep that is getting converted and all the creep that can be destroyed by the AC,
Yep.
then the convert is like insane.
Yeah.
If you have a very, very, very thick layer of creep, of course.
Yeah, the problem is that convert only does more damage than rain in the specific case of once you hit creeper levels above 1,500 layers deep.
Yeah.
And
So,
I'm not going to say those levels don't exist, because let's be real, both of us have built those into our levels. But I also think that on those levels we didn't give people access to orbitals, because where's the fun in that? Yeah, here's 2,000 deep creeper. You don't have super weapons. Have fun. We're evil, aren't we?
sometimes it happens. I mean, somebody needs to make the fun maps, right? That everybody loads up and just go like, how the heck are you supposed to do this?
Exactly. Oh, I forgot to build a turret there. Okay, so I've cut the mesh, which means the mesh is going to decay out, which means all these islands are disconnected. So now, these mortars are slowly going to chip away at this island until it runs out of creeper. It actually makes sense to arm this totem now, and I'm going to see if I can get rid of that blob nest soon.
The collect objective is within reach.
Mm-hmm. And more importantly, the super weapons.
Yep.
Forget so that.
But before all this fun starts, I'm gonna go get a cup of tea.
Okay.
I will be right back.
Sounds good. Nope, nope. Run away, run away. Beacon, don't die. I need you. Well, I don't need you. I can... Whatever. I want you to stay alive. Okay. What am I missing? Okay, that's nullified. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Push up, push up. Wait, why am I building? Oh, I guess the tower. I guess the tower grid is still useful. It's just not particularly amazing. I don't need it for power. I'm so used to just building towers out nicely and efficiently as opposed to... Oh, either way. Okay, so cannons move up. Bombers start clearing out the islands. I think probably makes the most sense. And then... yeah, just start clearing up the islands. Just do damage to them. So then the creeper will all end up over on the left island, which means that bombing it with orbitals makes sense. Okay, so terraform you. Terraform that. Just do that. Okay. Nullifier, and then 2. I think 3 is enough to sustain this. Not sure though. But that's
what did I miss?
Not much. I'm just uncovering the what's it called? The collect objective. What are the odds that that blob nest kills what I've put next to it? I've got 2 snipers, so actually it might survive. But yeah, so I'm about to get the collect objective.
Perfect.
How deep is that? Okay, that'll still collect it. It just needs to do some digging. And then, yeah, I think that... let's see. Okay. Okay, so that takes, I believe, 20 seconds to then give me the Titan objectives. I forgot to put missiles over here, I think. And oh no, there's snipers. Okay, so Ember's up. Okay, so I don't know how many rockets I can sustain. But I think the answer is like 4. Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
What?
Are you aware of the... I'm gonna call it a bug on the airship building speed? I guess it's not a bug with the airship build speed, it's the bug with the build speed upgrade.
No, I'm not quite sure. No idea.
If you have full build speed, how quickly do you think you can build an airship? Keep in mind it requires 800 energy.
If normal is 2 per second and build speed is that's 400 per second, so that should be 200 seconds.
Not a bad guess. So that's what we're pretty sure it was supposed to be. Would you like to take a guess what the actual number is?
Oh. 100?
Less.
No. What? So you can... So with build speed, you build a airship, like, really fast.
In about 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds, actually.
Given you have the energy supply for it.
Yes, it takes 30 energy per second. It literally requests every single frame. And what we actually found is that what the build speed upgrade is doing is it's not having the... by our understanding, what we think it's supposed to do is it's supposed to have the cooldown from when units can request build packets. What it's doing is it's not having the number, it's subtracting 8 where the usual amount is 16. The thing is that any unit that has a modified build speed, like the airship, it requests at 5 by default. So when you subtract 8 from that, it goes down to a request weight of -3. Now, this number effectively can't go below 1. So it's effectively capped. So basically it just hits 1 and then it's just like, okay, it's just going to request every single game frame. It's going to request a build packet.
In other words, you don't even need to wait for the build speed to be fully charged.
Correct.
Interesting.
Okay. So that there. I think.
Grab says 0, not 1.
Oh yeah, 1 is every other frame. Yes, thank you, Grabs.
Are those relation to the frames? And
yeah, sorry. What it is the Thor. The default number is 15, but it adds 1 for the delay. So the idea is that the Thor, it's coded as 5, but it's every 6 frames. And then you can subtract, so you need to subtract 5 from that. I think that's how it works. I need to actually go back and check some stuff because I have not tested it in.
I will just sit here and nod, pretending that I'm understanding. I'm not good at that kind of coding. I have no idea. I slightly get what you're getting at, but I still feel like I had some details and stuff that's like, So
okay,
I have an
idea.
I'm
gonna put one of these on the front line just to survive. I really don't need it to survive, but.
Well, now the airships is moving out, so this map should slowly fall.
Yeah. Oh, does this Terps move up? The main thing I'm waiting for is the rockets, because the rockets are the thing that just let you destroy stuff so quickly. Okay, yeah, the bombers have been doing damage, which basically means all of the creeper, I think, ends up over here. But one of the other effects is that the airship ends up with... Actually, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a launch point here. Terp, head up.
You know, I really enjoy the airship. Not necessarily because it's high damage, but it has sniper, missile, and creeper defense, so it's like all around.
Yeah, it's a really convenient weapon. It's a weapon that I actually like using, but the problem is it's so overpowered that you need to modify it to keep it balanced in any level, which just kind of
I was thinking I've seen levels with even more powerful airships, but actually nerfing the airship to some reasonable stuff might not be a bad idea.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna build a pylon here. I'm going to start building up platforms just to kind of serve as a launching point, just to put cannons on. And then just use the airship as backup. So I'm going to push out with 2 airships there, and then this airship is going to push out here. So I'm going to have 2 pushing up towards the middle, 2 pushing up towards the top left. And then I'm going to have rockets. Okay, so the rockets are working. I'm probably now spending a bunch of energy. Hold on. Where? Oh no, not important. Okay, sniper. Beacon, just move out of the way. Okay, so that's running out of power, but that will soon be fixed by that. I might as well just build the M-Rift as close up to here, and also right next to the factory. And then why not just build one up here, because I have the red on to do it. Okay, once these are done, I'm going to move cannons into position. These Thors are almost done, which is great. You want up. Cannon, cannon, cannon. Oh, well, that's not ideal, but that's... So I'm gonna have 2 Thors adjacent to that, which means that they should be able to shoot down anything. Okay, that's fine.
Wait, wasn't there a patch or something that made it easier to connect to the airships?
I believe so. I'm 90% sure that that is not implemented in this mission because these are the old airships. That's also why they actually have the build speed problem. That's the other reason why no one actually knows about this build speed bug, is that it's only with the Thors which were from Founders. I think, does it make sense to... I don't know. I think I'm gonna try and get a pair of platforms there and then some cannons. Move up slightly, stay in range of the tower.
You might want to focus a little bit more because your energy is slightly strained.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want the airships, because they are some of the most efficient damage in the game.
So you're just slowly gonna...
Yep. Between rockets and airships, they are the most efficient damaging units. Not just, I'm not talking in terms of DPS. I mean, their DPS is the highest, but it's also the highest damage per energy, which is what I'm concerned with. But yeah, I was actually planning to shut off the airships, the bombers, because the airships are just so much better. And it makes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna turn these off. I'll return to base, and I'm just gonna use that energy to build more airships.
Yeah, and your front line could also just slowly be airships instead.
Well, I mean, the problem with that is,
sorry, not the front line, the defensive line with the shields.
Well, my plan is once I take out these emitters here, I won't need a...
Yeah, wait a second. Could you look at the creep in front of the shield section?
Give me a second. Okay, yeah. At this point, I don't actually need the shields, but...
Yeah, well, that's the actual thing of shutting off all the firepower, because the shield will pretty much just keep you safe, so you don't need to waste energy on it.
Probably.
Well, actually, your energy is pretty healthy now that you shut off the bombers, so maybe just build more airships.
Yeah. Where'd I put my... Oh, yeah, I put these guys over here. You guys will...
Yeah, shutting off the bombers really did the trick, actually. Now that I'm looking at your energy for a little bit, it's all the way down to 27 and stuff, so... I mean, you were hovering around 60, 69 before, so... It's so much healthier now, it's insane.
And then, once that triggers... Up. Nullify. Okay. Move in. Wonder if I should have gotten build speed, just because the emitter is a bit of a pain with the because it just automatically activates the breeder, which pushes out very quickly.
If I have any spare urns, I pretty much always go build speed just for the quality of life.
Yes, I don't blame you. That's what I usually do, but I'm just so much more focused on.
You need every urn you can in the minus.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Those cannons are in range of that obelisk. Mental note. Need to take out this obelisk first. Oh, that lived. Okay, so now I can shut off this obelisk. I'm going to place this here, which allows me to move up these 2 airships. That is capped, which is excellent. I'm actually going to keep the defenses here, but I'm going to push out up to here. Terp, please come here. Terp, please come here. Oh, well, this is a slight concern. Cannon, move over here to actually push in, because right now, hold on. I have orbitals. What am I doing? Just damage, just raw damage. Don't need to care about all this. Okay. So the good news is that with this cutoff, that's a huge amount of production. You can actually see. Oh, I guess that's probably the rain doing most of that, but.
Yeah, but it's a good emitter you and the previous rain you just got moved, so I get your point.
Okay, so then you, as a group, move up there, and that will let me build a line here, which will let me get access to the skimmer factory. But yeah.
This one's actually. I mean, this is going.
Of course, as soon as I land that cannon. I landed a cannon and immediately got stunned.
Yeah, so.
Well, whatever.
Well, do you know what that means?
Several things. Let's put a shield here to get the spore launcher. Okay.
No, you're getting it all wrong. That stun cannon means you have to play Death from Above.
I don't feel like torturing myself today. Okay. Airship, move in here just to clear out this, please. Once this is cleared out, then I can take out the air sacs, which you know what? I'm gonna spawn camp them. Okay. I'm also at the point where I can push into the reactor itself if I so choose.
It just reminded me of the old school days where shooting games had no kind of spawn killing anti stuff. Like in a lot of modern games, there's lots of ways they're trying to deal with the spawn camping.
Yeah.
days.
Spawn camping is a legitimate strategy. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would you ever get rid of such an amazing mechanic? Okay, so let's get these cannons in here, and then I'm gonna try and get that nullified.
Oh yeah, only 2 obelisks out actually.
Correct. You need to be a bit careful because this obelisk has range. I'm not sure if this nullifier is out of range. It's close. If these cannons die, I'm gonna... Okay, so it looks like that's fine. That's not actually enough to take out this emitter, but that's something I will deal with once I push in the north here. Okay, so these are nullified. I'm gonna activate. Okay, fine. Terraform 20 right there. Terps move up to actually do that. Well, and with that, that is all the required objectives. And I'm pretty sure that actually gives us the answer of can you beat the campaign without tower energy, and looks like the answer is yes. Well, now we see what objectives we can't do. Or I say can't do. Because there is still the question of could we do
somewhere in space-time.
Yeah, somewhere in space-time, which is it's one thing to say, well, yeah, we have theories about how to do it, but let's focus on this one, I think, for now.
Yeah. We still need to beat all the objectives so we can say that's only one map missing.
Yeah.
I mean, this was, again, as soon as you have the early urns and the miners, it seems like it's actually not even close to being a problem.
Yeah.
As long as you play somewhat efficient.
Yeah. I was expecting this to be a lot worse when I originally thought of this idea.
Yeah.
I was expecting like, oh god, this is just gonna be constant nightmare fuel of how are you even supposed to do this, and then went in and just everything worked out really nicely.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess the only map that actually gave us a hard time, except space-time, some space-time, was Home.
Yeah. Nothing else really pushed it at all.
Yeah.
So I think the conclusion we get out of this game is easy.
Oh, well, the campaign might be, but then you can go to the player-made content.
Yeah, and God help you if you end up with one of our maps. Okay, that's.
I mean, it depends. I've made a few maps that's like okay, but
Yeah,
so
I mean,
made...
yeah, we both have our share of same maps.
Oh, you actually made some same maps as well. I didn't know.
Keep in mind, I'm the one who made CSM, so.
Oh yeah, I was thinking more towards standards like CSM, FPS, and Players Creeper is, at least for my mind, it's like so much different category that when I talk about like the game and normal gameplay, I don't really consider those maps.
Actually, my first map was pretty sane.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you made maps when the game just got out. I kind of.
Yeah, back when we were trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna be doing things.
Yeah, I was a little bit late. I was like, first map I had was like around 500 or something. So I was a little bit late on getting into the map
I think
making.
one of mine was. I think I got in the first. I want to say 50. I'd have to check the number. I don't actually know. But yeah, I was basically just testing out like it was an entirely standard level. It just focused on the discrete enemies, so it was ridiculously unpopular because no one. Well, I say no one, but not very many people like playing against the discrete enemies. I don't understand why. Skimmers are a totally fair and balanced enemy.
Yeah, completely. So, how much more are we actually thinking of doing?
I mean, I just had a really stupid idea.
Well, that is some of the best ideas in the world, right?
Yeah. Same rule as the campaign that we just, so basically same rule, just immediately disable Soylent. Except we're gonna go for some player-made maps. Would you like to take a guess what map I'm thinking? And no, it's not any of yours. It's just one of the more popular ones.
Well, I mean, if you took any of mine, of the more serious ones, I mean...
they'd be impossible.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because what I'm usually doing is I'm balancing a map around the fact that you have earned minors. It's like most of my maps that I make, you just need to earn a minor, or you just won't have the energy to deal with it. So if you remove the towers, and quite usually I use trees to like, oh, we just need a bit more energy, right? So
that's how you balance it. Just like here's some trees. The level is now possible. Be happy.
No, I really can't guess what map you're thinking of, actually.
The Wave, Vicerantis. It's like the most popular standard map.
I never really did that. Oh, I think I only played it once, so I maybe. It's been quite some time. I just don't remember the map layout. Like, there must be resource terrain, or you wouldn't be thinking of this.
There is. Oh, don't fly into Creeper, please. Okay, or just wait. Why didn't I just use Convert like a smart person? Oh. There's MRIF there. this totem right here. Sure, rain.
Again, the question is that something we're gonna quickly look into? How long have been streaming?
Well, the thing with the wave is it's hard to quantify.
We haven't really been streaming for that long at all.
It's only been...
Grab says Farber?
Farber is not possible, I think.
So he's joking. It's not what you're telling me.
Farber is balanced around Urn Miner, but it is a nightmare creation. Well, either way, there's totems, there's Nullify.
Not with that attitude.
Fair enough. But anyway, so Founders all objectives.
Perfect. So we kind of did it. 98% or
yeah,
something like that.
So yeah. So just to recap, all objectives, including the hidden objective on 09 Leo. The only two objectives we missed were Nullify and Reclaim on Somewhere in Space-Time. In theory, they are possible, but the problem is that it appears that's the kind of thing that just will take 6 hours real time, at least.
I mean, that is if you do it without any kind of mistakes, so you have to reload. If we throw in the idea that you might make mistakes and having to load,
this is also assuming the theory works out. This is also assuming theory works out.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm also just thinking how many times, like, when you go in-game, like 10 seconds, and it just takes, like, 15 minutes, right? And
yeah,
then
if we're doing full
task,
like, keep in mind, this is for full
exactly.
task level stuff, where most people play unpaused. For this is, like, I think that you're gonna need, like, 3 hours in-game tasked. Yeah. Although realistically, most of that is just building up. So you could actually probably play a good chunk of it at 4x, but
yeah. I mean, again, my fear is like that you actually advance in the hard part where you advance like 15 minutes with all of this tasking, and then you mess up and have forgotten to save. So you have to go 15 minutes back.
It's even worse when you found out that you made a mistake a while back and didn't catch it.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And then you don't even know how far back you need to go sometimes. Okay, so, well...
that can be really tough. But you said the wave without Tower Soylent.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it will be possible. Okay, so...
we can do some theory crafting, at least.
So the main reason I selected it is it's a difficult level, but it actually has quite a bit of resource terrain.
Oh yes, that's a lot.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is the answer is almost certainly just going to be orbitals. I think that the plan is I'm not going to actually push out and win. My plan is not to try and win. My plan is to hold and basically start pushing it back, because I'm not going to do the full cleanup of this level, because I know the full cleanup is just kind of annoying, especially like this area. Because it's
so you're just going to see if you can survive and actually slowly do more damage than the creep can produce, and then you can kind of say to yourself, I could push out from this position and win. It would just take a long time.
Yeah, it's basically it's just almost basically when the level becomes a formality.
Where's the Liftic?
The Liftic is here. Is that the two? Yeah, there's two. So so basically the idea is that I'm going to terp the areas around them to get maximum production between mine production, earned refineries, and rockets. I'm just going to go crazy on getting those rockets. So I think that what I'm going to want is... oh, the problem is I need 3 earned refineries to get all of the green art out. So there's 3 refineries. Okay, so think. 3 refineries. One.
You're trying to figure out how many urns you have available and where to put them.
Yeah, so 3 in refineries, 1 in mine production, 1 in energy production. That totals 5, so I have 2 more. Probably fire range and.
I'm not
Does
quite
anything.
sure you're gonna get the very back urns.
Oh, good point. I can't get these 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking you need build speed until the first rockets pop up. Because even if you get the refineries all earned and set up, you'll just stack up lifting in your factory until the first rockets are up. So in my mind, the rockets are a priority, and that's why build speed. And then you can remove from build speed once the rockets are actually done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, the more I'm looking at this, the more I just kind of don't want to.
Are you getting cold feet?
Oh, it sounds much cold feet. It just looks so annoying.
True. It was your idea. I'm not gonna hold you to it if you bail out.
I'll give it a shot. I mostly just want to see how quickly I can get all these miners up, and then I'll basically just make a judgment call from there about what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, I feel again like there should be other priorities. So getting all the miners up doesn't necessarily seem.
Maybe.
I mean, because what I'm thinking, like, all your power and all your actual damage is going to be rockets. So getting all of the energy, again, is not top priority. Getting the rockets up should be technically, but if you get all the energy up, you can build a whole lot more rockets at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, if you just build one side up full of miners, that should be more than enough energy.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think how many miners I want to build.
Yeah.
Well,
2, 3, and 7.
Disable AC blocking on all of those. Super important. Okay, so.
I mean, that is gonna give you above 40 energy production. So I mean, that's pretty good. We should have sent the urn over already to the miner.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I have urns. Okay, this actually becomes a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, if you forgot about that part, it's gonna change everything.
Really? Does it make sense to go urn portal? I mean, I don't have the
build speed.
To...
Oh, you need to also rush out a turp to, like, if you look at the how many walls until the buried turp in the front.
A few.
Yeah, okay, so you have like many minutes. So you don't necessarily need to rush it.
Start building up the tower line out.
Yeah. Is there any spores or blobs in this map?
Not really. They show up later at like 20 minutes, so I don't care.
Oh, yeah, okay. Doesn't even matter.
Okay, so now I've got a bunch of miners. I think I'm going to start building that. Build out the tower line. Get an urn portal. And this is I'm going to build the turp. The other thing I'm going to want is I'm going to want the factory, but I kind of want it close to... Actually, hold on. This is what MRIFs are for.
You then don't have that much else to use the arc for.
Mhm. Okay. I think once these miners are done, I'm gonna immediately take the urns and put them in the urn portal so they can start charging, question mark? Does that make sense?
I really thinking of build speed. Just take one of them and put in build speed as the rockets just needs to go up so fast because even if you have the refineries, you're just gonna fill the factory.
Yeah. Okay, I've got energy. What do I do with it? First priority.
You already have all that AC. All that AC is just gonna hit the flip breeders on its own, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could in theory activate it faster.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna do that much. You're talking about a
I'd sooner
rather
start
large...
working on the terps.
Yeah. Turf the area of the crystal so they can load up a whole lot.
Yeah. Speaking of terp, I think I want to rush that one out to here.
Yep.
While I build 3 there, and then I'm just gonna. No,
We have energy.
you two
Yeah,
disable.
You use all of the energy. That's important.
I'm going to start building rockets now, because then I don't need build speed. In theory. So you know what? Getting these urns ASAP probably makes the most sense. Okay. You know what? You jump out and get energy collection going. Okay, so that's what I should be doing. I should be getting this, and my priority, I'm going to want an M rift here, almost certainly. And I'm going to want a second M rift pretty much right here. So I think, as long as the refineries are in range, I think that the thing is you want one on either side, and then one in the middle. That can get most of both of them. I think that's the setup you want. I'm going to disable those because I don't have the power right now. You lot move out. You're going to come here. You're going to come in between. You're going to be the one to go grab that. No. You're going to go there. I'm going to start terraforming. Just for maximum coverage. Oh, wait, what? Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
oh damn it. This is the problem with having the editor accessed.
Can you close the editor again?
Yeah. Is that the correct coordinates?
Doesn't matter too much. That doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, okay, editor's closed, so that can't happen again. I'm actually amazed that didn't happen at any point during the campaign.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Okay, and then terps, I want you all on nearest first.
I actually thought you turned off the editor once you were done. I never really noticed.
Yeah, it's mostly I just have the menu closed because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start actually always on that.
Is the creep not coming past that wall, or what's happening?
Hmm?
Or the anti-creep not passing
Oh
the
no,
wall?
it's just in a pit because the walls are in a pit.
Oh. See. Oh yes, it's actually going to take a lot longer than I thought for it to get over there. Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Okay, I'm about to get access to more red on, which means the M Rift is going to be done quicker. I'm getting energy through.
I really think you should start rockets up as well.
They are building.
And get build speed. Oh, sorry. Oh. Never mind me.
Okay, I think. Should I go more energy or should I? I'm going to start loading up the refineries.
That's it. Build speed. Build speed.
Fine. I'm going to move it off soon anyway. Okay, you go and get that last urn.
I wonder if it would have been possible to rush out the 2 early urns. Or the most left urns. Ah, you have to fly all the way down there. It's just going to take way too long.
Sorry, for which?
The 2 most left urns.
I mean, they're also in a dark tower. I can't remember the rules on excavating in a dark tower. I think. Oh no, I think you can.
I think you can, yeah.
No, wait. I think that was actually a thing when we were figuring out the in the original speedrun of Founders. I think that we tried that and we couldn't. It was relevant because we were speedrunning the any percent, and we could actually. Well, that's a whole other story.
What?
Were you around for? You weren't around for when we were speedrunning Founders. I don't think, were you?
With the totem trick?
No.
The obelisk trick, I should say.
Oh yeah, the obelisk trick. Because the follow-up to that is that you then needed to get the collect objective to beat the map, because you need both objectives. Because you need all of because those are the 2 objectives you needed.
Yeah. No, I wasn't around for that now.
Okay, I'm gonna start earning the refineries. Come back.
It's wasting a lot of energy.
Oh yeah, because these the miners are done. Okay, let's finish this up, and then the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to start planting. Yeah, these aren't 100% like it's not a super dense set of miners. It's just an easy one.
Yeah.
Oh, these are different? Why? Well, whatever.
Why?
I mean, it works, but just why? Oh, probably don't want. Well, I don't have the energy. Okay, I've now.
It's looking good.
Yep. The question is, am I gonna need more rockets? I could theory craft this. Hold on. So default green R is 1 every 8 seconds. Let's do that. It means it's gonna generate 6 per second. Each green R with an earned refinery collecting will generate 3 per second, which means in theory I could actually sustain 6 rockets. Ooh. In theory.
Not bad.
I actually think that 6 might not quite be enough, but it'll be close enough that I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
But of course, this is also assuming 100% efficiency on everything, which it's a bit of a...
Get there? That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really betting on the rockets at this point in time, that there's no motors or anything getting built.
Well, I mean, the mortars I'd build later anyway, because I'm not holding at this frontier. I know that. I could put some mortars here to do damage, but that would be it. It'd be like if I want to cause damage here, which you might want to. The other thing is that it's so far away that I need to set up an M rift, and I'm probably going to set one up here once. Actually, that's almost done. I'm starting to slowly build up M rift stuff. That's almost done. I think I could actually just start building an M rift here, because the plan, yeah, the plan is mostly to hold here.
I must just have played way too much StarCraft. I'm always trying to empty my bank. Gotta max out. It's just very difficult to do in Creeper World. What is maxing out in Creeper World? Covering in every spot in a cannon?
Pretty much, you run out of space. So yeah, it's this is... Maybe I could have sent out a turb to collect those, but that's
Too late now.
So yeah, most of the thing is that the red on is kind of coming from this, which is... I'm gonna lose this red on. I know that. There's not much I can really do about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Please come over here to patch up all the stuff around here. Please move up there. Please move up. Okay, so this is when I need to start moving urns around. So what I think I'm gonna do is I don't need you. And I almost have rockets done, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm about done on build speed. So this is going to let me earn the refineries.
Yep.
Okay.
Doing some theory crafting. Oh, total objective. Interesting. Yep. You can fill the middle of the wall with the motor.
I could. Probably makes sense, actually.
Well, 132 energy generation. That's a lot.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not enough. To beat back the wave.
Bombers, maybe? Yeah.
Well, I mean, in theory, I'd sooner build terps here.
This point is just... Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just all about the rockets to see how feasible it is to get a lot of those.
Yeah, honestly, if I fail because I just wasn't efficient enough, I can fix that in a later. I can just do another attempt.
Yeah. I guess the most important part is actually just figuring out how much rockets you can actually pump out.
Oh, this is out of energy. Damn it. Okay.
I should probably just leave you quickly. I need to make sure I have firewood and the oven is burning that stuff, so I will be right back.
Okay. Okay, so just gonna make sure to lower the lab so it doesn't disconnect at an inopportune moment. As funny as that would be, too. Oh, not me. I'm gonna throw down a save. Okay, so how's the front doing? Okay, now's where I can start pulling up mortars. The thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make sure I actually have. Okay, so here comes the wave. Okay, I'm about to get rockets. I think I'm basically just going to be spamming rain. I think that probably is the thing that makes the most sense. I'm just going to start hammering this.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So... well, I've got a line of mortars. I'm starting to get orbitals up, and I think that my calculations appear to be at least close to correct. The thing is, what I'm wondering is if I just don't quite have the refineries to do this. Well, I've got the 6 orbitals up, and it looks like my green R is going down, but what I suspect is that I just don't have enough refineries to keep up with the green R mother production.
I'll say, strictly speaking, if you are going for rockets, then you don't need the energy production necessarily, if that's kind of the goal of beating this map with the rocket power.
So, do I give up energy generation, just energy collection, just for another... You know what? What probably actually makes sense is just an unearned refinery here.
That was my next idea.
Thing is that'll mean that I could only have supported... Actually, 6 is probably still close to accurate. It's not going to be too big of a difference. So the thing is that the wall lasts a minute in contact with Creeper. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use rain on this wave incoming here. So in theory, I should be close to getting another huge set of orbitals. Yeah, I'm going to have 2 rains available here, which is just going to constitute almost 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah, we could make that hit just somewhat decent. That's all. Almost 1/5 of the actual creep on the map.
And honestly, with how dense everything is, it's not like I can just as long as I throw the rain at something sensible, it actually turns out fine almost always. So now I've still got another 3, and I have chunked this wave for not quite half of its height, but
did you go 3D to the front? Yes, motors are doing good. I was wondering throwing it more to the front as well, but maybe it's not necessary.
Well, keep in mind the wall will last another 30 seconds.
True.
And I'll be honest, I plan to give up this area. Sorry, I don't plan on, but I expect to have to.
Yeah, I was wondering if you just kept hammering the front with rain, if you could keep it behind that second wall that hasn't been hit yet.
Not easily, but I do have a lot of anti-creeper. Maybe it is possible. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this. But yeah, my theory is that the wave, because it's effectively gonna bounce off this wall and head back.
Yeah.
So in theory, if I just keep using rain on it, it'll do enough damage and lower it. Because if you look, the number is down to 4.73.
Yeah.
So this wall's about to fall. I think that now is probably as good a time as any to pull back. I don't have fire range, I don't have any of the usual nice upgrades. Oh. To get back you, go in there.
Oh, you should avoid creep, but they won't.
Oh yeah. Thank God.
Get out of here.
Okay, now I don't know if this wall will survive, but I'm hoping it will. Okay, I think I'm just gonna rain right in the middle, just do damage. And then over here, this is low, so I think that my actual next priority is gonna be there. Although maybe it made more sense to do something like Dampener or something. But I'm just going pure damage is the important one here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you were thinking about leaving that area alone, as like giving up that area as well. So that was kind of the plan.
Okay. So, I'm gonna hit that area because this is gonna be like 700 deep before I'm hitting it.
That's the front-looking 3D. Okay, took quite a lot of damage. Maybe you should stop AC blocking on the wall.
Maybe.
You're close to kinda actually holding that, so maybe you should let the AC out now and get another
The AC
ring.
is out.
Oh, you already let it through?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did for all the walls at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just being silly.
Okay, this isn't gonna do much moving these up, but yeah, I've got another 15 seconds maybe. Actually, no, it's starting to push it back.
You just need to rain that front some more is what I'm thinking.
Rain the front. I'll lose some. I'll
Mm-hmm.
lose some damage on it though if I, depending on where I place it, and also I've got some time before the next rain. Oh no, I've got 30 seconds. So I think this wall will fall before I get rain, but I might not.
Interesting. I'm such a... I need a 3D view once in a while to see how it's going. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's bad. That's a wave incoming.
Yeah. What I was hoping to destroy before it. Okay.
Is that the wall? That's
Yeah,
the wall.
the walls are going down. I think... Do I just sacrifice the mortars and just start building up?
Yeah, definitely. Move all the turbs back and start turbing some area.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not all of it, but just a bit. The closest line. Yeah, something like that. Of course, build in the middle of the wall as well.
Oh,
You've got one more turb at the right side that can get in range, it seems like. Maybe 2, 3. Ooh, we got
I can take all the ones that we're using, that we're pushing, that we're going after the green arm others. But yeah, now you see how there's very few spawns. This is exactly what I want.
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna be destroyed. 900. Jesus. Yeah, this is...
Prime rain location?
That's what I'm thinking. Because just to be sure, it's heading this way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically like double rain this area and just let it do a ton of damage.
Yeah. Noise.
Okay, creeper level is down.
Did you maybe get some? Nah, you just need to feed more mortars. You still need to fill the middle of the wall.
I know.
towers for it before. Oh yes, and the turrets are kind of done now. Perfect.
Now they can back off and get another layer. Move up. So yeah, this is the wall I need to hold.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that I should have built. I should have done something more with my energy.
Yeah. Too late. Maybe you should save up some rains and actually try this time to hold the wall.
I think that I'm sooner just use rain on the very front.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as effective. Okay, you want to come back. Don't care if I lose some because wait, is that really not connected? Of course.
There we go, motor line has been made.
Okay. Down below 3 million, and and my AC level is going up, which is good. Okay.
We do have quite a lot of AC production as well in those flip breeders.
Yeah. Wards are actually doing good damage. Okay, I think at this point, do I just start hammering the front?
If you put the rain like a little bit to the top and a little bit to the bottom, then you can have two rains next to the side of each other hitting the front.
I think it's better to just do more damage to the front, because that's the entire point of rain, is just raw damage.
That is true, but you still really also need to survive. It's like two things. Oh, you're actually hitting it's actually clearing out to the very bottom now. That's good.
That means I'm doing less damage, but at the same time, it also means that I can actually hold stuff now.
Yeah. So if you go 3D view, where's the big waves that's gonna come in?
That's what I was kneecapping this one. At this point, I think it's mostly figured out.
Yeah, there's no real waves left. Okay.
It's like the highest is this area, which I'm gonna try and destroy.
Bombers would have been a really good idea at this point.
Yeah, I think had I built bombers. Well, either way, this is mostly just a test to see if I can do this.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I think the test was a success.
Pretty much, we're doing a lot of damage with just pure rain.
Yeah, if you look at the creeper level, like it's down at 2.5 mil. And my anti-creeper is, I mean, it's not going up right now. But...
Yeah, I mean, I guess the main thing to think about right now is you could technically turb the front and start moving out, it looks like. The creep is not really advancing at this point.
Yeah, it's like all the creeper all the way back down, like until you get to here, it's all below 200. Where there are usually waves of like 500 coming to destroy you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like most of this all up here is like less than 100. I think, yeah, once I take back this wall, I'm gonna call it a win. Despite the fact that I haven't formally won. Is this a wave? This is a wave coming in. Oh, this is
Does rain work in a dark tower?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna plant that right there, just so it can basically destroy that incoming wave, because that's the only thing I think that's remotely dangerous to me at this point.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna go for raw damage right in the center mass.
Yeah.
Because I think that's, at this point, like, as soon as my anti-creeper starts pushing in, I win. That's my thought process.
It's kind of doing that right now if you, exactly, if you move your motors out. I'm pretty sure your AC is actually gaining ground.
Yep.
Yeah, this was a huge success.
Yeah, that went way better than I was expecting it to.
Yeah, and a lot of energy waste as well. It's just pure rain, pure rocket power is just winning the day right now.
This is what I was saying about rockets. I think we're the highest DPS unit in the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do I take Grabs' recommendation and try Farber? Yeah, for context, for anyone who doesn't know, when me and Hypno were mentioning kind of the nightmare creations that we've made, Farber is one of my nightmare creations. It's one that has it's not anywhere close to the hardest thing that I've made, but it is. It's a level that was kind of made extremely difficult as a joke. And the joke just, well, it was funny to me, not necessarily to everyone else. And, well, it was funny to me, so therefore it's funny. Because I don't care if anyone else thinks my jokes are funny. Okay, well, level's not 1 yet, because... Okay, here we go. Now we're actually starting to get into the spore launchers, but they really aren't dangerous, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
They're just a potential threat of they could do a ton of damage, in theory. Yeah, I want to aim this at anything that's 200 or higher, but it's just like I'm running out of things to shoot with it. Which is, I think, a good thing.
Yeah,
oh,
the
I aimed that
is
too far
below
to
2 million
the
now.
left. Whatever, that'll do damage.
I mean, the creep is below 2 million now, so we're just steadily increasing it. And
Yeah.
again, if you actually cared, you would have built bombers by this point, and then you could just break the creep.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're having an energy use of 20 right now, and that's like nothing compared to what you generate, so you could run a airfield of bombers or 2.
Yeah.
This is definitely a win.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna survive the spore wave with no damage, just to...
I mean, you could have built missile launchers if you cared.
I did. I am building more just because I can.
Oh, I was looking away for a quick sec. Maybe you did. Then, how dare you? How dare you build stuff when I'm not looking? That's unfair.
Yeah, I said I wanted to push out and take this wall. That's gonna be the goal. Don't know if I'll succeed, but actually, I'm pretty sure I'll succeed.
Anything else we are going to be looking at, or I mean, this was not a longest stream. It says we've been doing. Oh, well, I guess it says we've been doing almost 2 hours, but still.
Well, it's been 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Like, I guess the only other one would be if we want to do Ever After, just ignoring trees, just to see if that's possible.
Mm-hmm. I'm just quick gonna load up that map.
Which one? I'm terrified.
Life map. The life map.
Oh yeah, Ever After.
I never really played this because back when I unlocked this map, my scroll wheel wasn't working, and I didn't really care to try to get out to it without the scroll wheel working.
Fair enough. Yeah, I actually still don't have the life objective because it was actually not enabled. Like, I only played the Ever After during the beta.
Oh.
And the life was actually not enabled, if I remember right. I'd have to check to be sure, but yeah, fun fact, life was pretty much innate, like the life objective was kind of added like right before release. It was the exact same with what was it? The one where it introduces the big dark tower in the center. Do you know which map I'm talking about, Hypno?
Yeah.
Yeah, the collect objective was the exact same thing. It was added pretty much on the patch, which was like there was like a patch which effectively got added right before release.
Yeah.
And or no, literally on release, and that was the one that added collect objective to Tower of Darkness, I think was the map name, life to Ever After, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that was it.
I'm looking at life, and you have like some wall in the beginning, and the creep is just waving up and down, not really damaging the wall.
Yeah, it's a level that is like I could from what I saw, like it was clearly possible with the exception of that life objective.
Yeah,
it's
not even going to be slightly difficult. Because
yeah, that's kind of why I didn't want to do it when I was originally theorycrafting that. That was kind of the other reason I never bothered to make that script of like, the level is easy. It doesn't really threaten you. Like, it's...
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even at all threaten you. Like,
it does when you start clearing out a creeper, and the the bigger thing is that it's just the level itself is just kind of very annoying to clear because of Creeper Breeder. Creeper Breeder is just annoying to push into. Because it's just like, oh yeah, just flood it with it. You basically needed to bring shields, flood it with AC or something else. Like, just pure energy against special terrain in general it's still very good because energy is just so ridiculously powerful, but
yeah, I get what you're saying. Sometimes it's easier just having a shield pushing all the small puddles of creep away.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's blobs with eggs at some point in this map as well, but just the fact that you can get 5 free urns, and then 3 urns should also be very easy to get. So you have like 8 urns in this map, so pretty much have all the power you'll ever need.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're almost at the wall?
Yep.
I mean, is that gonna be it? Are we gonna call it the stream here? I don't have any good ideas at this point. So I'd be hard pressed to figure out anything for us.
Yeah, I think so. So, that's the wall recaptured. It's starting to regen. I'll take the far wall just because I can. Rain, despite the fact that I'm shooting 30 deep creep, so it's like pointless. Well, it's not pointless. It does quite a lot of damage even if it's 30 deep, but yeah, I have more AC than creeper. I have most of the map. I have all the I have all the valuable resources. Well, I guess I can. Technically, these are the valuable resources. These are the ones with high production values.
You got what you need.
Exactly. So it's just like, yep, there. I've got all the valuable stuff at this point, and then it's just push in from there. Okay, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Unless, are there any other maps? Which one on my maps? Yeah, big emitter without without Soylent. That would be a fun one. But no, oh yeah, my first map was number 33. And
number
then
3. I just said number 3. I was like
33. Yeah, no, I wasn't that quick.
I see.
I did have orbital insertion at 151, which that was a thing. Yeah, and then oh yeah, my maps were, and then my maps just slowly devolved into absolute nightmare creations. The Hayway, basically the response that a bunch of people were saying, game too easy because none of us had bothered to upload a difficult map yet. Like, it's like, seriously, the Wave was actually considered one of the hardest colonies maps for quite a while. And the Wave is easy. The Wave is easy. And then a Hayway was basically just the response of like, okay, let's at least put some hard map in there.
Yeah.
Battle Creeper Operational was basically, I felt, I wanted to make a Serontophobia-esque map because we didn't have Serontophobia in Creeper World 4 yet, which loosely translates to let's make a 4RPL enemy that is a complete nightmare creation. Give the player as many, like a ton of resources, whatever you want, but basically make something that is a threat to a player who actually just owns the entire map and has like miners everywhere, urns wherever they want, full setup, like MRIFs wherever they need. Make something that's a threat to that. Yeah, and then Farber was the meme. That was a fun one.
You haven't even looked at your CSM maps because in Creeper World 3 it didn't really say me anything either.
Yeah, I mean CSM, very few people. And then, by comparison, your maps. Script by Korn. Vanilla.
One script.
Yeah, one script by Korn. Vanilla. Vanilla question mark, as it's not a vanilla style map, but it's a vanilla mechanics.
Yeah, there's no scripts.
Yeah, so no script, but nightmare creation was wrong. I mean, I guess no. Green Aura on the other side be your first like real nightmare creation because I don't consider Omega Wave. Omega Wave is kind of the introduction for super difficult maps. Green Aura on the other side is a properly difficult map.
The Omega Wave of Omega Doom is also properly difficult, but
it's the introduction to the nightmare maps. Where the Green Aura on the other side is a proper nightmare map. Omega Wave is not too difficult, all things like in comparison. Compared to our usual nightmare creations, Omega Wave is.
I mean, it might just be because with Green on the other side, I had a clear goal, a clear picture in my mind how this was going to play out, while Omega Doom Wave map were more like, I'm just gonna put a lot of stuff together and beat it. So for me, Green on the other side felt easier than Omega Wave do. Blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Well, either way, I think at this point we've done what we set out to do today, and then we played one extra map because we had time. It's a good, fun 2.5 hours. And I think that to sign this off, I will just reaffirm: you can beat the campaign with tower energy disabled. 100% is still a bit questionable. Didn't manage to do it myself. The only missing level to 100% was Somewhere in Space-Time. but any percent is possible there, and 100% is possible on all other levels. So I think with that, I'm just going to say that is it for this challenge run, this stream, and I guess I will see everyone later. Goodbye.
Yeah.